morning to my children. So it is very important to be safe even we are at home, right? So you people should avoid playing outside, wash your hands regularly, eat healthy food and obey your parents. Okay, good children. So let me start the third lesson in the science subject, that is bones and muscles. So we have completed almost, right? So in the previous classes we saw the skeletal system and then the skull, then the backbone, and then the rib cage, and then the arms, right? So in today's class we are gonna move to the legs. So I think you can able to see the image and the wordings. So if you have science book, you can take page number 11. Page number 11. If you have science book, you can take page number 11. So in the previous class we have completed till the arms. So in today's class we are going to start from the legs. Okay. So the thigh bone is the longest bone in the body. You can see this picture. You can see this picture. This is the thigh bone. This is said to be the thigh bones. Okay. This is thigh bone, and thigh bone is the longest bone in the body. So which is the hardest bone? Of course we saw in the previous class the skull is the hardest bone. So which is the longest bone in the body? The thigh bone is the longest bone. So it is joined to the hip bone. This part is said to be hip. So this thigh bone is joined to the hip bone and two bones of the legs. Here you can see two bones for the legs. Okay, this thigh bone is joined to the hip bone and the two bones of the leg. The leg bones are joined to the bones of the ankle. This part, ankle. Okay, so this bones of the leg is joined to the ankle and which are joined to the bones of the foot. Foot means padam. And then the foot bones are also joined to the bones of the toes. Toes means kaalviralgal. Okay, the big toe has two bones. So already we saw in our thumb finger, two thumb finger, it will be having two bones. So except thumb finger, all the other bones has three bones. Same like that, the big toe has two bones. The other toes have three bones. Same like how we'll be having in our fingers. Okay. Now everyone just keep your hand, just touch your hip, then thigh, then legs, and then ankle, foot, and then toes. So everyone just touch. Shall we start? Everyone touch hip, thigh, leg, ankle, foot and toes. Shall we start once again? Touch the hip, thigh, bone, ankle, foot and toes. Very good. I hope so everyone did. So next thing is the joints. If our bones were not jointed or did not have joints, we would not be able to move. Just imagine if we don't have bones in our body, how we will be looking. All our hands, legs, everything will be like flexible. We can easily bend backward, forward, right? So this bones only gives us framework, structure, gives shape to our body. If we don't have bone, definitely we cannot able to stand. We'll be lying on the floor, we'll be lying on the ground, right? Yes. Okay. For example, if your finger bones were not jointed, you would not be able to hold anything. Okay. So finger bones are not jointed. Can we able to hold a thing? Definitely we cannot hold a thing. Okay. So next, we have different kinds of joints. Some, like the joints of the skull bones, are fixed. So skull bones, already we saw, skull bones are fixed. Okay, except one bone, that is jaw bone. Jaw bone helps us to open our mouth. You can just keep your finger and touch your palm and touch your jaw bones. Open your mouth, everyone. Ah. Open your mouth. Ah. Just touch your jaw bone. Yes. Can you able to? See, other bones in the skulls are fixed, but you can move only the jaw bone. While you're speaking, while you're eating, you can only use your jaw bone to open it. So they do not move. Others, like the joints of the arms and legs, are movable. So your arms and your legs are movable. You're walking, you're holding things, you're swinging your hand, right? So movable joints are also of many types. So movable are many types. One of that, let us move most freely, are the ball and socket joints. I'll show you the spelling, ball and socket. So here is the spelling for the thigh. T-H-I-G-H, thigh. Everyone repeat after me. T-H-I-G-H, thigh. Ball and socket. Very easy spelling. Ball spelling you all know. B-A-L-L, ball. And, A-N-D, and. Socket, S-O-C, sock, K-E-T, ket. Ball and socket. So this ball and socket joint only let us move most freely. Okay, then we have such joints at the hips and shoulders. So where we have the ball and socket joints? We have in the hip and in the shoulder. Okay, next. In such joints, the end of one bone is shaped like a ball. Okay, so in the ball and socket joints, one end of the bone will be shaped like a ball. This fits into a bowl like socket in other bone. For example, just imagine this is my hand, this is a bowl. Okay, bowl. And this is a bone, ball like a bone. It will be like joined like this. This is a bowl. Just imagine one end will be like a bowl, another end of the bone will be like a ball. So it's been fixed like this. The bone has fixed into the ball and socket. Okay. So the bone that fits into the socket can swing around the joint. For example, the bone of the upper arm fits into a socket in the shoulder. So the arm can swing around this ball and socket. This is upper arm. Can you see this upper arm? This bone? Here you will be having like a bowl. So this ball like a bone, it's been joined here, fixed here. To swing, you're swinging your hands now. Can everyone swing your hand backward and forward? Yes. Touch your shoulder, the joint, ball and socket joint, to the bone of the upper arm. Touch it and just swing your hand, everyone. Yes. Are you all doing at home? Yes. You can see the swinging action. You can feel it when you touch it. So next thing. Next, the knee and ankle joints are called hinge joints. Okay. So the next joint is hinge joints. H-I-N-G-E. Hinge joints. J-O-I-N-T-S. Repeat after me, everyone. Hinge spelling. H-I-N-G-E. Hinge joints. J-O-I-N-T-S. Joints. Okay. So the knee and the ankle joints are called hinge joints. Knee, mutti. Okay, knee and ankle. Both these two joints are called hinge joints. They work like the hinge of a door or a penknife. Hinge means lock, door lock. what to say in Tamil, Talpal. Okay, it works like a hinge of a door. They allow us to move our legs and arms backwards and forward. Here you can see hinge joint. We can just move the legs backward and even forward. Okay, this hinge joints only helps us to move our arms and legs backwards and forwards, but not to swing them right around, but we cannot swing. The joints of the toes and fingers are also hinge joints. Not only the not only the legs and arms, knee and ankle, even the joints of the toes and fingers are also hinge joints. Okay, so here you can see once again ball and socket. Already we saw in the upper arm joint to the shoulder, ball and socket. Here the thigh bone has been joined to hip. Okay, ball and socket joint, and this is hinge joint. Okay, next the muscles. Okay, so what makes the bones move? Of course the muscles. Simply if we have only bone, we cannot able to move. So something is helping to the bone to move. So which is that? What is that? The muscles. Every bone in the body that can move has muscles attached to it. So every bone in our body is moving with the help of muscles. So the muscles are attached to bones by tough cord-like things called tendons. 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 Muscles are attached to bones. So with the help of muscles only the bones are moving, right? So some muscles have been attached to the bones by a cord-like thing, like a thread. Okay, cord-like things called tendons. So the spelling for the tendons, very easy to remember. You all know that T-E-N, tendons. D-O-N-S. Okay, T-E-N-D-O-N-S, tendons. Okay, so next, all the muscles of our body are, however, not attached to bones. Okay, only not all the all the bones of our body are not attached. Some muscles are attached to the bones. The ones that are attached to bones are called voluntary muscles. So the muscles which are attached to the bone are called voluntary muscles. Okay, VOLUNTARY, voluntary muscles. MUSCLES, voluntary muscles. What is meant by voluntary muscles? The muscles that are attached to the bones. Okay, then next, this is because we can move them voluntarily or according to our wish. Why it is said to be voluntarily? Because according to our wish we can move the bones, we can move it. Okay, so the muscles that help the heart beat are the ones that help food move down the food pipe, or involuntary muscles. So involuntary muscles means the muscles which is helping the heart to beat, and the muscles which helps to move the food down into the food pipe. These are said to be involuntary muscles because we cannot control these actions. Okay, so it will automatically happen in our body. So this is said to be involuntary muscles. Very easy to remember involuntary. Just you are gonna add prefix in in front of voluntary. So involuntary. So now we comes to know what is voluntary muscles and involuntary muscles. Voluntary muscles means the muscles which are attached to the bone. So according to our wish we can move. Okay. Involuntary muscles means we cannot control these actions like the heartbeat and food moving into the food pipe. These are all we cannot control. So these are said to be involuntary muscles. Okay. Now I think you can able to see this picture. This muscle contracts to pull up the forearm. This muscle is relaxed. So totally how many muscles? Two muscles. Here one muscle, here one muscle. Okay, one is contracting, another one is relaxing. So you can see the tendons like a pink color. They are marked and shown. Okay. Yes, tendons. So here you can see muscle pairs. Two muscles. So muscle pairs. This muscle is relaxed. This muscle contracts to pull down the forearm. There is no pushing action. Only muscles are pulling. Okay. Now we'll see what is happening in here. So, when a muscle attached to a bone contracts, it pulls the bone and makes it move. So what happens when a muscle attached to a bone contracts? It pulls the bone. Pulls means ilukkurudhu. It pulls the bone and makes it move. Okay, keep it in your mind. When a muscle attached to a bone contracts, it pulls the bone and makes it move. It cannot, however, push the bone back in the other direction. Only it can do the action pulling. It cannot, however, push the bone back in other direction. So another muscle is needed to do this. That is why muscles always work in pairs. So another muscle also needed to do the pulling action. So that is why always muscles works in pairs. So muscle will not push. It only do the action pulling. Okay. Then one muscle pulls a bone in one direction. Its partner pulls the bone in other direction. See, one muscle it will pull the bone in one direction. Another muscle will pull the bone in another direction. So when one muscle is pulling, the other muscle will be relaxed. When this muscle is pulling, this muscle will be relaxed. This is the work of the muscle. Also, when one muscle contracts to pull a bone, its partner relaxes. That is what they said. I think you all understood, right? My dear children, please listen and please show your complete concentration. Don't get any distraction when you are watching the videos. Then only you can able to understand. Because we are not in a classroom, sitting in a classroom. We are not sitting in front of the teacher and I am not seeing you. So there will be a little difficult to listening videos. So you must manage everything. So now fill in the blanks. The bones that make up the spine are called vertebrae. Okay, vertebrae. That is V-E-R word. T-E-T vertebrae. B-R-A-E vertebrae. Muscles are joined to bones by what? Muscles are joined. We saw that muscles are joined to the bones. By what? By tendons. T-E-N-D-O-N-S. Tendons. So each finger has how many bones? Of course 3 bones. T-H-R-E-E 3 bones. The bones of the vertebral column are joined by spinal cord. Vertebral column are joined by spinal cord. Then the joints of the elbow and knee are hinge joints. Elbow and knee. What joint is that? Hinge joints. Hinge joints means you can move backward and forward. Most of the joints of the skull are fixed. Most of the joints of the skull are fixed. So now shall we move on to the question answer? So here I have written question and answer for the lesson bones and muscles. Okay, first question. What are the 3 jobs of the skeletal system? So we all know that it helps us move, it forms a framework for the body and gives it shape and support. Third one, it protects the internal organs. Next, Name two types of joints. What are the two types of joints? Ball and socket joints, and then hinge joints. Okay. Then third one. Which type of joint lets us move most freely? Which type of joint? Ball and socket joints lets us move most ball and socket joints lets us move most freely. Next, what are the voluntary muscles? The muscles that are attached to bones are called voluntary muscles. Okay, I think you all understood. I want my children all to learn this four question answers. Okay, and I'll give you homework in the Google Classroom. Thank you, students.